Welcome back to House of Prep. My name's Jerry. I live just outside of Nashville here in Tennessee. Now we're going to get started and we're going to talk about some different foods and things. But jump in the comments. Today's the day. It's Thursday. Jump in the comments. Let us know how your area is looking. There's all kinds of different regions, different countries, different states. So things can be different in different places. And sometimes we're curious to see because we like to follow and we like to see if other people are facing some of the same obstacles that we are. Now, as I get started, I want to be crystal clear about some things. I am super thankful, very, very thankful of all the foods that I find at my grocery store. Actually, this week has been one of the better weeks that I've had in a long time. So I'm super thankful. And it's wonderful to be able to go to the store, to be able to get not just the things that you need to survive, but also still being able to find plenty of the comfort foods. Yes, the double stuffed Oreos, I can still find those. Can still get ice cream, can still find all the fluff that we have in our country. And I know in some of the other countries can still find some of that as well. So first, when we make these videos, they're not by in any means complaining or being ungrateful, but it is keeping an eye out. I always keep one eye out on everything that's going on around me, and that's including our food supply, price increases, shrinkflation, all the different things that affect not just feeding our families, but also for our budgets, being able to pay the bills and be able to fit. Now, a lot of our subscribers here, there's a good amount of them that live on fixed incomes. And so when there's price increases and things, look, it affects everybody in a sense. So what if you lose your job? What if you have a financial crisis or something hits your life? Boy, man, isn't it nice to have your preps, some stuff to fall back on? Some of you have let me know that you've had to do that. I mean, more than just a few, quite a few have had to fall back because of some financial issues. A lot has been happening in these last couple of years, and you've had to rely on your preps. So it's not just about stockpiling for things that are huge, massive, life-changing SHTF situations, but it's also those realistic, real-life curveballs, those storms of life that come by and that we really have to deal with. That's a reality. It's real. So as I'm looking at my store, man, it was so nice. You know what? We talked about fluff, the comfort foods, the Pillsbury crest, the cinnamon rolls. The Pillsbury cinnamon rolls are back. There was like 6 left. I grabbed a couple. They have a good, expiration date on them, so I went ahead and I've got the double packs. I got 2 double packs. So that'll hold off for quite a while. That'll be about a month right there. But those little things like that. Bread section's still really struggling. Canned goods. Look, I'm thankful I found some of the Campbell's chunky soups that I like. The New England clam chowder, the chicken noodle one of it. We are able to get some this week, so I'm super grateful. But yes, the can section, the pasta section, still very, very slim. So let's talk about the supply issue and how things are still right on the teeter edge. It could go either way. It could kind of go back to a sense of normalcy where they're able to now stack front to back, because right now they're not. They can stack from top to bottom, which right now they're not. And they can eliminate all the holes that are found throughout the store, which there still are. Chicken is something that is still something that is low right now. I found I was looking for chicken wings. Just forget that. I know Super Bowl's coming up. A lot of people are buying those too if they can find them. But still a lot of issues. Let that pass. Whew, it's loud. So talking about the supply chain. Okay, if you've been watching the news, here we've all kind of been watching the potential for some sort of a war or a conflict between Russia and Ukraine. We watch that. And again, one eye is on it. I'm not allowing that to drive me in fear, but I'm not naive enough to just go, my day-to-day life and not thinking, oh, that's all overseas, that's over the oceans. There's no way that there'll be any ripple effects that'll affect me here and my family here. Look, you don't know what magnitude that could start a spark that could ignite a powder keg of trouble that could ripple effect economically, physically. There's all kinds of different scenarios that could lead to our shores. Supply issues. I'll look at Canada with the truckers and what they're doing up there, that at some point will start having a ripple effect of certain products in certain areas, probably more for the north, closer to the border, but certain things will trickle down and even into the south here in America. Things that they're usually trucking back and forth. A lot of trucks can't access places that they were easily accessible. So if something else happens, you have, I call them, the multi-levels, right? One event by itself is bad enough, okay? It can be inconveniencing at most sometimes. As soon as you get a stackable events, you've got that, you're still dealing with, mandates and sicknesses and things that people, still employee shortages at warehouses and wherever. You could go and you can put them in the comments, things that you know of and that you've heard of. But then you add something that could happen almost like a world war, something that's going to just tip the scales. And if you haven't begun prepping, I think most of you by now are preparing on some level, but make sure that you're thinking more than just a few weeks ahead. Look, if for shipments, for whatever reason that caused, whether it's fuel shortages, whether it's a war, whether it's this or that, if there's something that shuts down, look, your local area stores, just a couple days and those shelves are going to be gone. Everybody will go out. There'll be the panic buyers, there'll be the last minute shoppers, and the stores will be cleared with no promise of a date of when new shipments are coming in. Look, that's just a reality. That's not to scare people. That's not a scare tactic. It's not something, to instill fear into you. But you should have enough sense to know that that is a potential possibility with the way things are going, that it could tip in that direction. And you don't want to be one of those last minute shoppers out there that you literally only have maybe a week's worth of food at your house, and now you're pounding the pavement and you're settling for whatever's left. You'll have a couple cases of ramen maybe, and that's all you're all going to eat for the next month. Don't do that. So get prepared. Look, if you've been watching not just my video, but all the other videos that are out there from other prepper channels, it's all about just continuing to add something. Look, I went to the store this week. I didn't need vast amounts of supplies to stock up, and we do a really good job. We're hitting the stores 2 or 3 times a week because we go to different stores in our area and we look for different deals, or some places don't have it, so we go to another store on another day, and while we're there we buy some things we need. But I always get something. Like I said, I get some backup soups. You kind of look through your preps and you find out where your weaknesses are. And then it's easy. Then you just kind of shore that up, and then you find something else. Oh, I'm low on something, or I'd like to beef that up a little bit more. And you're watching your expiration dates on everything that you prep and everything that you store, whether it's pantry or freezers or jars or whatever you do. But you just realize, we use this enough. It's a product that my household uses a lot of. I can actually stock more of that. So let's make sure we do that. And just stay on top of it. And just keep prepping, guys. Look, this is a great opportunity. If you're new to prepping, go ahead and jump on and get started. Don't get yourself so overwhelmed, though, that you're going to quit, or you'll get frustrated, or you're not paying your bills. Make sure you're paying your bills. But by all means, please begin preparing if you haven't started yet. Well, that's all for now, guys. And guess what? I am going to really try to do a Friday Night Live tomorrow night. It's on my plan. I've already been talking to my wife. I think our schedule's clear. This past week, we had went out of town. We had spent some time in the Carolinas. I got to see Brock and Kirsten, for those of you that remember seeing my kids on a couple of videos here. I got to spend some time with them. Got to see them play basketball. Great chance to get away. And there's a story of something that did happen when I leave. Something always happens when I leave town, so I'm saving it for my live. Okay, so we'll talk about that on Friday Night Live, and it should be fun. We should have a lot of. Look, I miss talking with you guys and hanging with you on the lives, so I'm really pushing for this. Friday Night Live. So be prepared, and I'll put sometime tomorrow I'll put a thumbnail up as a reminder, so you can set a reminder on your phone if you want. And guys, if you don't mind, hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. Jump in. The water's warm. Everyone here is really cool and nice to hang out with. And then come back later and read the comments. So, all right, y'all. Take care.